Hey guys, King of Charmanders here. Okay, I'd like to start by apologizing first. I should have made this video on Monday because I'm 3 days late. Because what the Catch Cup started, or things you could catch for the Catch Cup, officially started on November 9th. So 3 days ago. And 3 days ago, you had the, well, actually 2 days ago technically, you had the Jigglypuff Spotlight Hour. And that would have been really useful for the Catch Cup. So, Wigglytuff, if you were going to build one for the Kanto Cup, it would have been, hopefully you did Jigglypuff Spotlight Hour. I did an event video on it, so hopefully you got a Jigglypuff from Spotlight Hour that you can use. Because I actually forgot about it, so I actually don't have one I'm going to power up for the Catch Cup, so I'm going to use something different. But anyways, the Catch Cup is from November 9th. Pokemon you caught are going to be eligible to be used in the Catch Cup on the 23rd. So you have about 11 days till this comes out. And you're also going to have Electabuzz Community Day, and there's going to be... you still have a lot of time. Now, here's the thing. Only participate in the Catch Cup for one of two reasons, like it says on the left. 1, you want your Stardust, or 2, you're going to use these mons that you caught for future GBL seasons. You don't need to participate in the Catch Cup. The Catch Cup is purely here just so you can probably have fun or get Stardust. The issue with the Catch Cup is it's basically, like a lot of people have hailed, or a lot of my friends have hailed, the Spoofers Cup. So the Catch Cup is essentially the Spoofers Cup because spoofers can go anywhere, catch whatever they want, and they're basically unstoppable for this cup. They have the hugest advantage in the Catch Cup because of said above reasons. They can catch anything they want between now and November 23rd. So, spoofers will have a gigantic advantage for the Catch Cup. Now, with that being said, as you see, mythical Pokemon such as Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, and Victini are not eligible for the Catch Cup, which also means things like Melmetal. So I know some people have mentioned Melmetal to me. Melmetal is technically a mythical Pokemon, so you can't use it for the Catch Cup, unfortunately. So Catch Cup is basically, like I said, anything that you caught from the 9th up until now. Now that means some things, so we're gonna go over like really like mons that are good for the Catch Cup and mons that you're thinking about for the Catch Cup, if that makes sense. Alright, so first I'm gonna go over eggs. Now there's not a lot you could do for research, like I said. There's the Spotlight Hour, hopefully you got a Wigglytuff from that. Other than that, there's several other ways, and mainly through eggs. Eggs is where you can get, okay, here's one thing. I don't recommend you go outside. This is you popping on your app and using the Adventure Sync, leaving your phone on, and wherever you are, your character's like running around and you still get distance. Because you can still get distance if you're sitting still. It's going to take a while, but you know, you got a lot of time to hatch stuff for the Catch Cup. So, here's in eggs. As you see here, there's like different things. Now, I'm not going to do, so 2Ks, there's like nothing in 2Ks you really, Swablu's a notable one. But with Wigglytuff, like I mentioned, you kind of don't want Swablu. Swablu's really good, though. From 5K eggs, you have Machamp. Machamp might be interesting. As you see, Machamp is very powerful Go Battle League, and you're not going to get a Shadow one with Crotchtop, but Machamp is still an option. Now, 7Ks are where it gets the most interesting. This is where I'm like, you need this. So from 7K eggs, when you hatch it, you can get Galarian Stunfisk. G-Fisk will run this meta. If you can get a G-Fisk from hatching eggs, like I said, G-Fisk will run this meta. It walls the it has very strong matchups against Charmers. It has very strong matchups against Flyers. If you have a G-Fisk, you are, well, G-Fisk in any fashion is just is extremely impressive. And there's not a lot of things that will check G-Fisk, especially in a limited time cup like this. Now, do you want to spend Dusk on a G-Fisk? That's completely up to you. The G-Fisk is one of the most powerful mons in the game. It's Ready Seal 2.0 for Great League. It's incredibly powerful. If you want one, you can hatch it from 7k eggs and use it for this cup. This is just egg distance, by the way. Alright, now here's a research list for November. I don't recommend you do this. Research is forever. Unless you live on top of a stop or something of that sort, I wouldn't do it. So here's the second method. Now, the number 2 one I recommend is research. If you can safely go out, or like, if you safely go out, or if you're in your car, you do car driving like I do, so you go out to your car and play Pokemon and go safely that way, then this is a way for you to actually get some stuff for the Catch Cup. So there's not a lot on this list, so I'm not gonna have you pick your brain out. Like I said, you want the Jigglypuff from Spotlight Hour. That's one of the things you want to get. Along with his Galarian Stunfisk from 7k eggs. That's another thing you want to get. The third one is this. You have Clefairy from Catch 3 Fairy-type Pokemon. And you also have, let's see, we go down this list, that you also have Send Gifts. So basically, Jigglypuff, Swablu, give your buddy 3 treats, or Clefairy. None of everything else. Do not use Stardust on anything else because you're not likely going to use it. You can try to use Cottonee, but I only recommend you use Cottonee if you're going to plan to use Whimsicott later. Again, this is only if you really want... If you can do this safely, first is safety. Safety first of all. But the only 3 mons you want to look for are Clefairy, Jigglypuff, and Swablu. Those are only 3 mons. Those are the only 3 mons you want on this list. Those mons are very good for this cup. Altaria is a monster. If you have the can, you can use it. And also fairies that can use Charm are going to be very powerful. If you didn't already get a Jigglypuff from Spotlight Hour, you can use that for the Catch Cup. But this is the research list. Other than that, don't go after anything else. I heavily recommend you don't like go out of your way to get anything. Unless you really want to spend an Elite TM on a starter. In other words, all 3 of these would be very useful. Particularly Bulbasaur. But, like I said, Jigglypuff is probably your best budget pick. Absolutely. Alright, so many of you probably don't believe it, but there's going to actually be a custom ranking for Catch Cup. PvPoke isn't doing one because it makes sense because it's a lot like Open Great League. It just depends on what you catch from November 9th up until the Catch Cup, which is like the 23rd up until the 30th. So, in order to actually pull out the rankings, I put a special code in here. So you could do this on PvPoke too. Go to the custom rankings, go to Great League, exclude Pokemon from this series. In this case, I excluded all mythicals as mentioned by the rules for the Catch Cup. And now this spits out this. As you see, Scrafty is the number 1 pick. And it makes sense because it's able to take out things like Stunfisk, etc. I can plug in all the legendaries here, but all we're really going to scan are the catchable mons, which most of the top 10 are like, I'd say like top 20. Most of it's actually like mons, like wild mons. In other words, like Pokemon you can get for the Catch Cup. As you see here, Scrafty is insanely strong. It manages to take on a huge chunk of the meta, especially because of the fact that it's a Defense Destroyer. It's has a lot of play with Power Punch and Foul Play. And you can get some by Research, by the way. So you can get a Scrafty from Research and you can use that Scrafty, or like from GBL and use that one. There are plenty of picks in here. You also have Skarmory for GBL rewards. So if you get a Skarmory for GBL, it ranks at number 22 and it does really, really well. Not only do you have a strong not only are you strong against, I would say Skarmory is one of the best mons to power up for the Catch Cup if you want to spend that bread. You take on Scrafty, you take on Charmers. It's one of the best flyers in Great League. And one of the most readily available ones you can catch, especially like I said from GBL rewards. So Skarmory is definitely a pick that you really want to go after from GBL if you can get it. And it's really good for this cup. That, and like I said, G-Fist, Scrafty, Altaria is very powerful as you see here. I don't know if you can get a Alolan Marowak during this event. I'm not too sure. But as you see here, all these other picks. Machamp is number 8. Fighters are very strong for this cup. I can see that kind of changing a bit just because of Charmers. As you see, Wigglytuff annihilates Fighters and Scrafty and Dragons. So Wigglytuff is going to go to town in this meta. As you see, like, Wigglytuff's basically the anti-meta to the meta, because the meta is basically Fighter, Dragons, anything cheap you can get. Dragons, Fighters like Scrafty, etc. And then you, like I mentioned, unless you have Skarmory, because Skarmory is like Skarmory is really good for this cup. But as you see, look what's dominating this meta: fighters, dragons, Galarian Stunfisk. G-Fisk will wreck your soul, takes your soul in any fashion. So this is the meta in the 2 shield. This is in the 2 shield. That's the 1 shield. This is the 2 shield. So as you see, there is a things get complicated when you turn off mythicals for Great League, as you see here. Now, obviously there are legendaries you can get too, but as you see, I don't even have to filter those out because like the top 20 is filled with Pokemon that aren't even legendary, or yeah, and you can readily get them from like either GBL, research, or other. Again, if you can only, please do not do anything to endanger yourselves during this time. The Catch Cup is not that serious. If you really want to, you can catch stuff from home and use that. Seriously. As you see here, if you did the Wigglytuff event, it's number 2 in the lead in the 2 shield. And it's not surprising why. As you see here, Scrafty and Charmers are incredibly strong for the Catch Cup in the 2 shield. In fact, Wigglytuff, this is basically the lead. One of the best leads are basically Charmers, as you see here. Charmers are the best lead. I really wish I got that Jigglypuff now. No, seriously, I really wish I got that Jigglypuff now. Oh man. Okay, so yeah, I really wish I got that Jigglypuff. Number 2, so it's very powerful in the lead. So this is basically your number 1 leads, as you see here. Obviously, dominating the top is Scrafty and Charmers. Charmers will be very difficult to stop in this meta. Skarmory's kind of like I said, Skarmory though. So like Skarmory, you got G-Fisk, like there's so many things. Galarian Stunfisk even ranks at number 24, but in all honesty, this should be higher. If you take out legendaries or like AWAC, G-Fisk should be higher. But as you see, there's so many powerful Pokemon on this pist, particularly Wigglytuff. So if you got one from Jigglypuff Spotlight Hour, you're good, or you can get it from that Send Gifts research. That's the 2 shield. We already investigated the 1 shield. Scrafty and the Galarian Stunfisk were monsters. Now this is the closer. Now, that's as you see here, Charmers, Scrafty, very strong. There's, like, I'll put a list at the end of this for the technical summary of what you should look out for. But hopefully you do get this with the Catch Cup. Again, do not do anything to endanger your own lives. We are still in a pandemic. Things are still really bad. So I will not implore you to do anything. The Catch Cup is not that serious. If you have the mons to power it up, you can do it. But like I said, you don't have to put... You don't have to be hella serious, guys. The Catch Cup, you can get to you should be rank 10 before you get to Catch Cup, because you can make it in Kanto Cup. So this cup isn't that serious. It's only for fun. That's why I did dead last, and wasn't really a priority on my analysis list. As you see here, the number 1 closer, or I would say one of the number 1 closers, is probably Galarian Stunfisk. You're not going to get Shadow Electivire, at least TMable away for at least there's no event in the foreseeable future that's going to let you TM away Thundershock, so just ignore that. Other than that, your number one and like closer is going to be Galarian Stunfisk. G-Fisk, as I mentioned, is extremely powerful, along with Altaria. These are 2 picks you can get. They're very, very, very strong. If you can somehow get a Bastiodon, Bastiodon's also going to be a nightmare here too, but like as you see here, it's very, very powerful. Machamp is still a great mon. There's a lot of things you can use here. Azumarill also, if you can get an Azumarill, if you can get one, if you happen to get one, it's going to be very good for this cup. But I'm like, as far as accessibility, like unless you get really lucky, there's no way you're going to find a Marill like just magically rocking around here. Your best bet is to go after a Stunfisk for your closer. Stunfisk, you got Altaria. You also have things like Machamp, that's another good pick. Scrafty, of course, is on the list as well. Skarmory. There's a whole bunch of these mons in this list. So like I mentioned, very powerful. Like I said, this cup is going to be really mean. Like I said, this is a technical summary. I definitely recommend. It is not that serious. Like I said, you can get from GBL rewards, you can get these Pokemon. So you don't really have to worry about too much about getting like you can get them from GBL rewards, and we're gonna go, yeah. So alright, I couldn't find an exact like pool listing, but like this one from Bulbapedia seems to be the most accurate one. As you see here, you have there's Zigzagoon. Skarmory is in the move pool. So the most important ones, I put it... Okay, so here's the most important ones. You want to go after Skarmory, hatch a G-Fisk. You want to go after that Jigglypuff or Clefable, if you have either one. And then you have Scrafty. So you have a little bit of a pool to go after as far as mons. You also have... And the miscellaneous one I have here is your wild encounters. I don't know what spawns around you. You have different biomes. You also have different luck. You might actually get really lucky and you find that, oh, there's this like really random mod that pops up. Hell, you might actually find a Meryl that pops right next to you. Whichever way you get your Pokemon, GBL can actually get you a decent team. So here's one of the teams you can build. Or like, this is like, I put it on the right too, as you see. You can get Skarmory. You have Skarmory, Wigglytuff, G-Fisk. So that's a 3 you could do. Skarmory, Wigglytuff, G-Fisk. Or you could do Skarmory, G-Fisk, Scrafty, and use G-Fisk as your save switch. I say G-Fisk in all those teams just because it's just way too good. Like, getting a G-Fisk is so good for this meta. Even if you are against an Azu, if you double Earthquake, you can KO. So there's ways out of an Azu. Like I said, do not stress about this cup. The only reason I'm telling all these things to you is because I'm giving you the most viable options if you want to win. If you just want to chill and use whatever you caught, it's perfectly fine. The catch-up is not that serious. Do I recommend you invest resources into this? No. Do I recommend you stress about this? No. You should already be wearing 10, so there's no reason to stress about this cup. I'm only talking about those that really want to go super hard for this cup. Like I said, Skarmory is a good choice. That Wigglytuff you got from Jigglypuff's Fall Fly Hour is a good choice. Use it and abuse it. Well, use it, but like, you know, just use it. You know what I mean? Just do your best in cup. Like I said, just don't take it seriously. Don't take it too seriously. Make sure you have fun. Make sure you guys have fun. And because at this point, I would, if you don't have the dust to spend on Catch Cup, I would just skip it or just like battle with what you got. Because the reason being is because Season 6 will come out soon. And because Season 6 will come out soon, that means there's going to be a whole bunch of new challenges. We still don't know what's coming in Season 6. So remember, shortly after Catch Cup is done, Season 6 is going to be released, or like the details. So be prepared. I would say just prepare for Season 6. Like I said, don't take Catch Cup too seriously. Anyways, here you go, guys. I hope the information helped you a lot. I did a lot of research to try to gather the right data for you guys. But these are the best mons you can get. And like I said, this is what I definitely recommend you go after. Now, if you're lucky enough, like I said, and the most important thing is stay safe. Pokemon Go, it's just a game. Remember, it's just a game. So make sure you guys stay safe. Make sure you guys take care of yourselves. And I will see you on the next video. I really hope this video helped you out for the Catch Cup. Remember, don't take this too seriously. I keep saying that, but I just want to make sure you guys know, don't take it too seriously. Make sure you guys have fun during this season and get ready for Season 6 of Go Battle League.